morning, welcome to my channel. My name's Dawn, I'm the Reclusive Crafter, and it's Mishmash Monday. And I've been putting my two signatures together, as in putting the pockets and things in during yesterday. I had a little bit of downtime yesterday and did that. And I've kind of worked out roughly what I need to go into the journal. And I need quite a number of tags and journal cards and things. So today's session is going to be a kind of a craft along with me. And I thought I would do a couple of the journal cards, and the theme, I wouldn't say I've got a theme going on, but I have got this kind of tearing going on. And a couple of the journal cards I've done have also got the tear thing going on. And I thought I would do a couple of journal cards in keeping with that sort of theme. I've got some backing papers here that I haven't made use of yet for the journal. So I thought I'd go ahead and make use of some of these. So all you need for this basically is a couple of base cards to use. These are already coffee dyed or faux coffee dyed because they're actually printed. They're from Amanda's kits, and I am going to be working on this side. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is put a little bit of background on here, and I want to keep them white, but I am putting some background on. So I've pulled out a little stencil, and I only need to do one side of it because obviously the way I'm going to be doing this, there's only going to be a small section of that actually showing anyway. So I'm not really too worried about it. And what I thought I would do, I have got this stencil here. Hopefully you can see it. If I lay it on there, you might be able to see it a little bit better. And I thought I would use this just to add a little bit of detail onto the card, on the bit that you're likely to be able to see, really. So I'm just going to go ahead and just play with a little bit of ink and stenciling, and then see how that works, really. And all being well, like I say, it will literally just be enough to give a little bit of focal, I guess, to what you're working on. So I want to do them opposite ways. So I want this one on this side, and with a bit of luck I've actually done this so that there's enough space in there. I'm going to come out a bit wider because I don't want there to be that gap there, or that line there. There we go. That one's been done a bit darker, but that's okay. I'm all right with that, actually. So that's the first bit done. All right. So a little bit of stenciling. So those are going to be the sections that you'll actually see. All right. Now on this bit itself, I'm going to be coming in with 3 layers, and I need to now decide what way round I want them. And this is going to be, because I haven't yet decided how I want these, to be fair. I'm not sure which way looks better. I might even just go with 2 different, but with 3 layers. So that one, and then that one on the end, perhaps, I think might work nicely, mightn't it? So I think that it is what I am going to do. It's my plan. Hopefully my plan will work. Okay, so this is effectively going to be my first piece. Now they don't have to go across the entire card. They only need to come out to here and go under the next piece, because we're going to be layering. So I'm going to boldly go and just tear that down. I'm not too bothered about it being too pristine or accurate or anything. I am just tearing. My tearing skills, as you can see, are quite shocking. Oops! I didn't want to do that, but I have now, so it's going to work. Okay. Am I happy with that tear? Do you know what? I don't think I am, actually. I don't think I am. So I'm going to come down again and just reduce that there. I don't want quite a severe tear on this. I didn't mean to do that. I made a boo-boo. But we can fix things. It's not a great pandemonium. There we go. Okay, that's better. Happier with that. Okay, so that's the first piece. And I am going to... I'm going to just tear off this bit here for now, because I want to do a bit of inking. I think I will ink the edges when it's finished. I'm inking the edge to give the definition. Okay, so we have got that sort of look going on. That's nice, like that. Right, so I am, excuse me, I am going to be using my Nouveau glue if it wants to work. I forgot to put the lid on overnight, so it might be a bit temperamental. There's me complaining about my glues all the time, and then I don't do myself any favours because I leave the lid off. Crazy person that I am. Okay, so right, I think that should do. Righty ho, and I think I'm going to come in about there. That's nice. I like that. Good start, Dawn. Okay, I didn't quite come up to the edge there. Just going to scooch that up a little bit. There we go. So that's that one down. Now we're going to come in with this one. Probably about, how much do I want of that? I'm going to tear it about there, just so I've got some of this strip here in. And again, my tearing skills are not great, but they don't have to be. This is the beauty of this. You know, it's such an easy little project. Literally, even if you're brand new to journaling or crafting, and this is the first time you've picked anything up, you can do this. It's relatively easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, and again, I am inking just the torn edge, because the other bit of it you're not going to see. Okay, and I must apologise for my throat this morning. It's not the best, but I'm going to muddle through. What a trooper, huh? So let's glue this one down. And even if you haven't got any stencils, you can still do this. You could put a fourth layer of paper on, or if you've got a coloured cardstock that you want to use for the actual journal card, you could use that instead. I'm just making use of what I have in my stash, and I had these in my stash anyway, so I thought I might as well make use of them. Okay, I'm going to come in maybe a little bit further over. And this is all down to personal preference as well. There is no right or wrong in this particular session at all. There we go. I like that. Does that look straight-ish? Maybe not. Let me see if I can get that just a little bit straighter. Not that it really makes any odds, to be fair, but it's just with that having a line on it, it's kind of freaking my eye out a bit. Okay, and then I want to come in here. If I tear that down there, then I can just trim that off straight, can't I? Yes, I can. Okay. You can, when you're tearing, use your finger as a bit of a guide, which does help a little bit, to be fair. Now then, I could have made any one of these a pocket as well. I am not doing so, and the reason I'm not doing so is because this is only printed on just ordinary print paper, and it's not really strong enough to warrant putting a pocket on. And the other thing as well is I've got so many things in the journal at the moment that have got like little tucks in. I'm trying to keep this one relatively simple so that there's not an overabundance of things going on. I mean, I absolutely love interactive ephemera. I think it makes a big difference to any journal, but you can, or in my opinion anyway, sometimes I think we can go a little bit overboard with it, and I think sometimes we need to rein ourselves in a little bit. Well, I certainly do anyway. I'm a bit mental when it comes to things like that. I have all these ideas and try and cram them all into a single journal, and sometimes it's not the best thing to do. But do what makes you happy. Okay, I'm going to come in about there with that one. Right, and now all I need to do is trim these off. Now then, I'm not making the age-old mistake of using knives or cards because the paper will be wet and therefore it will tear if I use trimmers. That's what you call it. I was looking for this. There we go. Lovely, jubbly, jubbly, lovely. In case you wondered, I'm working on this because I think it's easier for people to see, and it protects this one as well, which I use to show things on. So yeah, that's why I've started working on this one, because I don't mind this one getting mucky because it's just an old one. It don't rightly make no odds to me. There we go. And trim this one across here. Okay, so there is a basic journal card. All right, so all I'm going to do now is pop a little bit of embellishing on there, and I've pulled out a few bits and pieces that I thought I might be able to make use of. So I have some bits and pieces here, and I was just wondering if I've got... To be honest, I haven't got a lot left of all the ephemera. I think I am... I'm trying to be really good in that I usually end up with so much stuff left over when I've done my journals. And I'm trying not to do that. So if I can get away without... Oh, there we go. If I can get away without printing anything out again, that would be jolly marvellous, actually, because I am really naughty. Oh, that's lovely. I love that. Yeah, I am really naughty at printing stuff. I go a little bit over top and then end up with so much stuff left over. It's just ridiculous. So I'm just going to do a little collage of bits and pieces and just see what I want to do here. I think. So now then, I could... That's a bit blendy, isn't it? A little bit blendy. What about one of these? I do love these. I think they're gorgeous, aren't they? I think that looks nice. And pop a little ticket. Okay, so there's the basic 3. Now I can do anything with that I want to do. When you're embellishing, basic 3s are good to work with. They do make a good base to start, and then you can build things up from there if you want to. You know, you can go as mad as you like, really. It doesn't make any odds at all. It's whatever makes you happy. Don't want to cover up my little dragonfly. Do I? I have got here. I was just thinking, I've got some of this here. I could throw a bit of this on, couldn't I? Just to give it a little bit of something else. What do we want to do here? Let's just cut that bit off and see what we can muster up, shall we? Is that going to tear? Of course it is not. Okay. That's quite nice because it's a very similar colour to that. And then that just adds another little bit of something, doesn't it? Which is very nice. I think I'll bring that down about there, actually. I'm going to pop my ticket in about there. How is that? Maybe. And then I had this further down before, didn't I? I had it down about there. Or do I want to come down further with it? I'd like this little piece to be out a bit so that I can see it this side. Maybe move that over a little bit and pop that bit in there. That bit on. That bit on there. I think that's okay, and the reason I think that's okay is because it only has to be, or it doesn't even have to be there, to be honest with you. It just is a little embellishment on what would otherwise be just a basic journal card. So I'm going to go with that. Okay, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to pop this down. I'm not going right up to the edges on this because I quite like the fact that it's going to be a little bit fluid. Chucked a bit of glue there, did you see? Hopefully I can cover that up. There we go. Okay. Now, as you can see, this has come through, but it does dry clear, so we're okay with that. And just pop in a little bit of framing around there, just to cover up that white edge. All right, I'm going to pop that just lightly in place for now. About there, because I want to get these ones in place too before I commit to the whole thing properly. Not that I'm not already committed, of course, but you know what I mean. There we go. You see, I can get that tucked under Just get that tucked under there, and that's nice. I can see that out there, liking that. And then we're going to come in down here with that one. And again, I'm only literally touching the edges of this just to take the white core off, because it has already got a very thin blue line. Thin Blue Line. I think that was a television series, wasn't it? Thin Blue Line. Could be wrong, of course. Who knows? Right then, let's pop that one there. Super. Now then, do I want the butterfly up there, or do I want the butterfly down there? I think it looks nice both ways, honestly. I'm going to go with it down the bottom. And again, I'm just touching the edges just to take the white core off. Pop a little bit of glue on. That's that one. And then pop that down there. Lovely. And although it is a journal card, I am fully aware it has to have, it's a butterfly. I'm just going to pop a little bit there. Just a tiny bit. Teeny weeny. I've nearly run out of my little gems. How sad am I? I've got hundreds more. I just need to dig them out. I don't think I've got any of this size left though, which is a bit sad. But never mind. I'm sure I've got others that will make do. Oh dear, it's so tiny. Where's it gone? I've lost it. There it is. Oh my goodness, I can't get it down. I really should use tweezers, shouldn't I? Let me find some. Here we go, look. Oh god, get off my finger. Right, here we go. Tweezers. Ta 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 ta. There you go. Got there in the end. Right. Now, do I want round corners? It is a journal card. I do like round corners, I have to say. So I think I will. I think I will go with round corners. There we go. Okay. So lovely round corners. And then I want to give this a jolly good inking round the edge, just to bring it all in line with itself. And then I'm very happy because I've actually used some of those backing papers that, I'm not going to lie, I was wondering what to do with them. But there we go. Okay, like that. I am going to be adding a tab to this, but I'm not sure which pocket I'm putting it in at the moment. So I don't know if I want the tab this side, or at the top. So I'm going to hang on and see what I want to do with it first. Okay, so that's the very simplest little journal card in the whole wide world. All right, have a play, see what you can do. All right, and yeah, let me know your thoughts. I'm going to make the second one now. I will come back and show you that in just a minute with the magic of technology, rather than keep you all here, and let you have a look at the second one I do. Okay, so I'll see you in just a minute, won't be long. Okay, so we're back and I have done the second one, and as you can see, it's similar but completely different. So you've got the stenciling down the side there, as you have with that one, which you saw me do, and I put a little bit of lace down this one. Now, I'm going to admit to having made a mistake. I didn't ink the edge of that paper and it blended in too much with this bit here. So all I did was popped a little bit of lace down there to kind of rectify that a little bit. I've used the bird cage with some of the similar material there. And I don't know if you can see that, but I've put in there the little die cut bird that I did last week. tiny little butterfly and the word there. So as you can see, oh, and I've used the different background papers as well. So I used this one instead of this one. So yeah, similar but nowhere near the same. So that's it for today. I hope you like them. Do leave a comment. Let me know what you like, what you don't like. And I will see you all for No Waste Wednesday, where I'm going to be using up a little bit more to make a few more bits and pieces. So I'll see you then. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.